I'm going to give you a quick overview of the document that you see here, the mini lessons that I've designed for Science Week 2021. I've designed 5 mini lessons, 5 sessions, in order for you and your class to engage with the theme of Science Week. And the theme for 2021 is Food Different by Design. What a fabulous theme when, if you realise that food, what we have now, is exceedingly different to 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Back in Jesus' day, back when God created the earth and Adam and Eve were walking around. And if we look into the future, even scientists now are spending a lot of time and effort thinking about ways in which food can be designed to make it more edible, last longer, not take up as much water, be able to be taken to space. So to this week, those 5 sessions, those 5 mini lessons will give you a chance to do that. I'll quickly unpack what I've written and then you can explore this document yourself. For each session, including the heading that will give you an idea about each session, there's a small student video. Either I've made it or I've found one on YouTube that's appropriate for all levels of schooling. Then I've given you a little bit of background, and that can be background that you share with your students as well. Also, I have tried to give you an image that you can use either on your C-Hub page, or you can copy and paste that off and use it as stimulus material and show it on your screen, just that image, for your students. And then most importantly, the discussion questions, which are down here. I've hopefully given questions that will relate to a number, lower junior and upper as well. So hopefully there's a few that might engage some year 1, year 2 students and maybe kindy all the way up to year 4 to year 6 as well. But obviously teacher discretion always applies. Change them, manipulate them, add to them to increase the discussion, to add to the discussions that your students are having. And then sometimes, not in this one, but sometimes there'll be supplementary material for those students who are keen or if you want more information. So the first one is really looking at where did we all start this journey of designing food? Well, obviously we have to start in the Garden of Eden. And session 1 explores that. Then session 2 looks at how farmers, through artificial pollination or just selective breeding, have changed foods over thousands of years. And we've given a few examples, especially watermelon and corn as well. This YouTube clip, be careful, it covers in a lot of detail for 10 minutes, 10 foods, but the ones I'm talking about here is only the first and the last food. So feel free to just do either a few foods or just the first and the last one. And then we look at the most interesting, gross, disgusting one that I'm sure a number of your students will love this mini lesson. It's on having insects. If you've ever been overseas, especially to Thailand and Indonesia, you walk into a market and you're just hit with an abundance of amazing foods, and a lot of them are insects. I'd love you to explore that one with your students, especially those who might have had insects at some point and eaten them when they've been overseas, or you may have overseas as well. That would be really exciting. The 4th session is looking at foods and how scientists have genetically modified food over time. Even I'm hoping year 1, year 2 and even kindy might be able to explore the idea that scientists can make extremely interesting changes to foods like rice and other things that can benefit the world. And the last one is looking at the future. Currently on the International Space Station, we need food up there. The astronauts need food up there. But if we're looking to Mars and going to Mars, we have to find ways to improve how we package food to last that long. And there's a lot of supplementary information to help you with that. Okay, I'm going to stop that there. Feel free to choose any of these, one of these if you have the time, all 5 if you have the time, to engage your students in this week's theme for Science Week 2021, Food Different by Design.